Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy NTG back here with another video today, and today we'll be going over my playoff promo predictions for Madden 22 Ultimate Team and talk about what we could expect and some of the players that may come into the game. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on post notifications. And without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to quickly discuss is how they did it last year. They gave us a 95 roll on both offense and defense for every team that made the playoffs. I'm going to predict on that. So first up, we have the number one seed in the AFC being the Tennessee Titans. And for their offensive master, I think it's going to be Derrick Henry. Reason being, Derrick Henry's not going to win any major awards this year because he was hurt half the year. Probably not going to get a Team of the Year. And the only real upgrade that he could have coming very, very soon is just, a Super Bowl MVP if they end up winning it all. But I don't know how likely that is. On the defensive side, I think a free safety Kevin Byard is inevitable. I don't think we really have a good Kevin Byard this year in the game quite yet. So I figured this would be a good time to insert him into the game. That's my predictions for the Titans players. Moving on to the Chiefs for their offensive player, that used to be left tackle Orlando Brown. And then for their defensive player, strong safety Tyrann Mathieu is my prediction. Tyrann Mathieu does not have an upgrade all year. He's been playing very, very good. And I figured this would be a good time to insert a strong safety Tyrann Mathieu in the game. And then Orlando Brown also has been playing very, very well for a left tackle this year. So figured you can insert him as well. Those are my predictions for the Chiefs cards. Now moving on to the Bills, and this is somebody I think everybody would love, and that's, of course, 95-row quarterback Josh Allen. Although I don't think he'd get hot up master, he's a fun card. Everybody loved his 91 overall Team of the Week earlier this year. Not expect to see a Josh Allen card. Really nobody else on the offense. Maybe Devin Singletary, Stephon Diggs maybe, but I feel like Josh Allen's almost a lock, in my opinion. And on defense, I think a strong safety, Jordan Poyer, would also be a very, very good pick here. We don't really have a good Jordan Poyer card, I believe, in the game yet. So those are the two guys I'm thinking for the Buffalo Bills. Moving on to the surprise team of the year, the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they're going to get a halfback, Joe Mixon, as their card. Joe Mixon, best cards in 86 overall. And he's been playing absolutely insane, so I'd be shocked if we don't see a good Joe Mixon card in the playoff promo. For the defense, I picked Trey Hendrickson. He's had a pretty solid year. Not a ton of upgrades. I believe he has like a Team of the Week card, but besides that, really nothing crazy. So Trey Hendrickson and Joe Mixon, I feel like are pretty good picks for the Bengals cards. Now on to everybody's favorite theme team. We got the Las Vegas Raiders sneaking into the playoffs this year. I think their offensive master for sure is going to be Derek Carr. Derek Carr, his best card is a 90 overall most feared. Now we're getting to the points where these like 90, 91 overall cards are going to be starting to get upgrades more often. So Derek Carr, in my opinion, is definitely somebody we could look towards. And then I think the left end Max Crosby, who's had a very, very good year. I believe he's actually a Pro Bowler this year. I think he's going to get a card. And I think it'll be a very, very good left end, rush left end. It'll be pretty solid. So those are my picks for the Raiders. Now on to the New England Patriots. I think a center, David Andrews, is inevitable here. His best card's an 86 overall Superstars card. So I would expect to see David Andrews here. He really hasn't gotten an upgrade all year. And then for the other card, 95 overall middle linebacker, Donta Hightower. Donta Hightower, I don't think he has an upgrade all year, so he needs an upgrade coming here. Could be a guy like Kyle Van Noy too, but I think Donta Hightower is actually going to be the upgrade here. So those are my picks for the Patriots. Now on to my team. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers who snuck in barely. So in my opinion, their offensive master is going to be 95 overall tight end Pat Freiermuth. Freiermuth's had a really, really productive year. I think he'd be a fun card, at least for me at least. I think he'd be pretty fun. And then I also think they're going to get 95 overall left end Stephon Tuitt. Stephon Tuitt's best card, 90 overall most feared card. Deserving an upgrade. Really hasn't played a ton this year, but he'd be a cool card to get. I feel like the Steelers card's going to be Freiermuth and Tuitt. Now moving on to the NFC side, we're going to start off with the number one seed once again, the Green Bay Packers. For their masters on offense, I think we're seeing Allen Lazard. He's had a really, really good second half of the year. He's been playing very, very good. I feel like this is a card that a lot of people would like. We actually got 95 overall Allen Lazard last year. I feel like we're going to get a repeat here. I also feel like we're going to get a Rasul Douglas card. His best card, I believe, is an 87. He's played absolutely insane recently. Of course, sealing the game against Baker Mayfield and the Browns. I mean, Rasul Douglas, Allen Lazard, I feel like both these cards are deserving of upgrades, and I think they both will get one. Now on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First up, 95 overall wide receiver Mike Evans. His best card being a 90 overall Mutt Heroes, or whatever they're called this year, Gridiron Guardians, I believe. Definitely line for an upgrade soon. Mike Evans would be a cool card. Then I also have Devin White getting an upgrade here. Devin White has a series redux or limited time card, 91 overall. Has gotten an upgrade since the first couple weeks of Madden. Deserving an upgrade, one of the best middle linebackers in the league. I'll tell you what, these cards would definitely be very, very good. And Devin White would be the best middle linebacker in the game, in my opinion, if we do end up sitting him. Moving on, we have the Dallas Cowboys up next. Dallas Cowboys, I think we're going to see a 95 overall wide receiver, Amari Cooper. Similar to Mike Evans, his best card is that 90 overall Gridiron Guardians card. So I feel like we're in line for an upgrade sooner than later. And then for also the Cowboys, I think a 95 overall left end DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't know if he has an upgrade all year, and he's been playing very, very well. So DeMarcus Lawrence would be a fun card to add. If you guys remember, DeMarcus Lawrence is one of my favorite cards because back in Madden 20, if you guys use that Mutt Superstars card, you know how good he was at the beginning of the year. But those are my picks for the Cowboys, Cooper and Lawrence. Now we got the Los Angeles Rams. Now, whenever I made this list, I believe I made it Monday. I'm recording this Wednesday. I made it Monday, and I actually had Odell Beckham Jr. as the card. Thank God I didn't record it because Odell Beckham Jr. got a limited time Team of the Week card. Obviously, we'll not be getting a playoff card now. But 95 overall right tackle Rob Havenstein is my guess. His best card is a 91 overall right tackle, heavyweights card right now. And then also 95 overall left outside linebacker Von Miller. Von Miller, he's been playing solid for the Rams, and his best card's only an 89 overall Superstars card. So Von Miller's definitely a card I could see getting upgraded in this promo, along with Rob Havenstein. Now we got the Arizona Cardinals. Now for me, their offensive hero, I think it really comes down to one guy, and I think this is pretty obvious to me. AJ Green, I guess you could say James Conner, but AJ Green has had a very, very productive year. His best card's a 91 overall flashback, so giving him his playoff master, in my opinion, would be a well-deserved card. I feel like it would be a fun card to play with. Also, I think they're going to get a 95 overall middle linebacker, Jordan Hicks, although it wouldn't be that exciting. Not a lot of defensive players to pick. I also had Chandler Jones on this list when I made it originally. Had to change him out. Buda Baker has a higher overall card. Maybe Byron Murphy Jr. Maybe that's a good pick, but I don't know for sure yet. But in my opinion, I feel like we're going to see AJ Green and Jordan Hicks. Now on to the San Francisco 49ers for their 95 overall offensive master. I'm thinking Elijah Mitchell. Now it could be a Deebo Samuel card, but he may be in line for an upgrade, like Team of the Year or something like that. So I did not pick Deebo Samuel. Brandon Ayuk, maybe. Probably not, though. Jimmy Garoppolo, probably not. Elijah Mitchell's my best guess there, along with a 95 overall free safety, Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward has played solid this year, and he's a fun card in Mud. He's usually pretty fast, usually a budget beast toward the beginning of the year. I think it'd be a cool card to see. 49ers, Mitchell, and Ward are my two guesses. And now for the Eagles cards, the final team we're going to talk about. I think there's going to be big boys here. I think we're going to get a center. Jason Kelce is a 95 overall. Jason Kelce, best card is an 86 this year. His brother Travis Kelce has been going off, and Jason Kelce has been playing very, very good as well. So Jason Kelce, good chance we see him, along with a 95 overall defensive tackle Fletcher Cox. His best card being a 91 overall defensive tackle from the limited time Redux promo. So I feel like Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox both need upgrades pretty soon. I feel like they could definitely be in this promo. Now we're going to discuss the 96 overall Master cards. If you guys weren't aware, last year we got 96 overall Master cards. Those being guys like Joe Montana, Adrian Wilson, John Abraham. I'm going to assume we're going to get this again this year. So here's my guesses for those. First up, Steve Young, quarterback. Steve Young has been in the game in about 2 years now. Be fun to see him return. Steve Young is kind of a playoff GOAT, so I could see him definitely get an upgrade here. Tony Gonzalez as well. Have not seen him much this year. Be fun to see a nice Tony Gonzalez card. We need a really, really good tight end in the game sooner than later. Derrick Brooks as well. Although he wouldn't be a great card because he's the linebacker, it'd still be a fun card. Haven't seen Derrick Brooks this year. Then Steve Atwater as well, which I think would be a very, very cool card if they do incorporate him. Steve Atwater, one of my favorite MUT players of all time. I think it just make for a crazy, crazy hit stick game, and he's always played very, very good in MUT. And now for the Master, I think we're going to see a 97 overall Jerry Rice. If you guys aren't aware, last year we saw a 97 overall Steve Smith Sr. as the big guy to collect. I think we're going to get Jerry Rice this year. Jerry Rice hasn't got an upgrade since his initial legend card, which was a 91 overall. So it'd be a good time to insert an upgrade here. Maybe they're saving him for the Super Bowl promo or something like that. But I could definitely see him getting an upgrade in the playoff promo. I think it's well-deserved, and I think a nice Jerry Rice would please everybody. And there you guys have it. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you ended up liking the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on post notifications. And I'm NTG. Peace out.